12 Moringa seed benefits you'll never hear from your doctor, but you should know. If you woke up this morning feeling tired, again if your joints ached, your digestion felt off, or your blood sugar crashed before lunch, I want you to know you are not alone. And more importantly, it's not your fault. What if one simple habit less than the size of your fingertip could begin to turn that around? This is not hype. This is Moringa, a tiny seed once used by ancient healers across Asia and Africa, now backed by over 400 scientific studies. It doesn't promise miracles, but it does support your body in ways most pills can't. In this video, I'll walk you through 8 life-changing benefits of Moringa seeds, plus how to use them safely and what results you can actually expect. And if you've been looking for a voice you can trust, not a commercial, not a trend, but a caring companion, then welcome. You're in the right place. If this speaks to you, I invite you to gently hit the subscribe button so we can keep walking this healing journey together. Now, let's talk about the little green seed that could change everything. 1. Stabilizing blood sugar, the first step to reclaiming energy, clarity, and calm. Remember that little green seed that could change everything. Let's begin with its most urgent gift, blood sugar regulation. Because if your blood sugar is unstable, everything else in your body, your brain, your joints, your mood will feel like it's riding a roller coaster. Now, here's what most people don't realize. You don't need to have diabetes for blood sugar swings to wreck your day. Even mild fluctuations can cause fatigue, memory lapses, irritability, or sudden cravings, things many seniors mistakenly blame on aging. But science is starting to catch up with what traditional healers already knew. In a 2019 study published in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences, Moringa extract reduced fasting blood glucose by up to 29% over 3 months. That's comparable to common diabetic medications without the same harsh side effects. How does it work? Moringa contains chlorogenic acid and isothiocyanates, 2 rare plant compounds that help your cells respond better to insulin, while also telling your liver to stop pumping out excess glucose. In simpler terms, Moringa helps your body use sugar, not just store it, but it's not just about blood numbers on a lab test. Many users over 60 report something even more powerful: fewer dizzy spells when standing, steadier energy after meals, and less emotional crashing in the late afternoon. One woman, 67, said, "It felt like my body remembered how to breathe again. I didn't realize how tired I'd been until I wasn't anymore." But here's the trap. Most people quit after a week because they don't feel an instant change. Moringa is not a sugar rush. It's restoration, not stimulation. Start small, 1/4 teaspoon of Moringa seed powder, 15-30 minutes before your biggest meal. Consistency matters more than quantity. And pair it with healthy fats like a spoon of olive oil or a slice of avocado to increase absorption. Because here's the truth no one tells you. Ignoring blood sugar doesn't just risk diabetes, it silently eats away at your memory, your vision, your heart, and even your sleep. So before we talk about inflammation, digestion, or skin, we have to start here. With balance, with grounding, with helping your body remember stability again. In the next part, we'll explore how Moringa's powerful antioxidants don't just fight aging, they protect your brain, your eyes, and even your DNA itself. 2. The brain's secret shield, how Moringa protects your mind from the inside out. Once your blood sugar finds balance, something amazing begins to happen. Your brain starts to clear. That mental fog that makes it hard to focus, find the right word, or remember why you walked into a room, slowly starts to lift. And it's not magic, it's inflammation, or rather the quiet reduction of it. Moringa seeds are loaded with antioxidants like quercetin, vitamin E, and a lesser-known compound called moringine. These natural protectors hunt down free radicals, those unstable molecules that silently damage your cells and accelerate aging. In fact, a 2021 study published in the Journal of Food Science and Technology found that Moringa seed extract had an ORAC value, a measure of antioxidant strength higher than even blueberries or vitamin E supplements. That's not just impressive, it's protective. And the most hopeful part, These antioxidants cross the blood-brain barrier. That means they don't just help your heart or joints, they get into your brain cells, where they fight oxidative stress and inflammation that have been linked to cognitive decline. Have you ever worried about memory loss, about losing your mental sharpness, or worse, your independence? Aging doesn't have to mean losing clarity. In many parts of rural India, elders in their 70s and 80s still manage households and remember oral histories dating back generations, and moringa has long been a part of their diet. Dr. Amanda Lee, a neurobiologist at Stanford, explains, what excites researchers is moringa's ability to nourish neural cells while reducing microinflammation. This combination is rare in plant medicine. What does this mean for you? It means that adding just 1–2 teaspoons of ground moringa seed to your morning routine, whether it's a smoothie, oatmeal, or even tea, could become your brain's new best friend. Some users report better focus within 10–14 days. Others notice improved sleep and even brighter moods, likely because oxidative stress also impacts neurotransmitter balance. But here's a gentle warning. If you ignore antioxidant protection now, you may not notice the damage until years later. Cellular inflammation is sneaky, slowly chipping away at your brain's ability to function clearly. So don't wait until something breaks. Nourish your brain now. Support its defense system before it falters. And speaking of systems we often ignore, let's now turn to one of the most misunderstood areas of health, your gut. Because brain clarity and digestion are more connected than you might think. Shubber, your second brain, how moringa gently heals the gut to restore balance and comfort. Have you ever heard the phrase, your gut is your second brain? It's more than a clever metaphor, it's a biological truth. And after balancing blood sugar and protecting the mind, the next natural step is healing the core of it all, your digestive system. Because let's face it, when your gut is off, everything feels harder. You're bloated, gassy, irregular, uncomfortable. You eat something normal, and it sets off a storm. It's frustrating, it's isolating, and it's incredibly common after 60. Here's the hope: moringa seeds may offer relief where antacids and fiber powders fall short. They're rich in both soluble and insoluble fiber, two kinds your gut needs to function properly. A 2020 study published in the Journal of Gastroenterology and Hepatology found that daily use of moringa seed extract improved stool regularity and significantly reduced bloating and abdominal pain in adults with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, by over 60% within 4 weeks. But beyond fiber, moringa contains isothiocyanates, compounds that relax intestinal muscles and reduce spasms, and it nourishes beneficial gut bacteria, creating a more balanced microbiome, the ecosystem inside your belly that influences everything from mood to immunity. Let me tell you something powerful, and scientists now know that over 80% of serotonin, your body's feel-good chemical, is produced in your gut, not your brain. That means poor digestion doesn't just give you stomach aches, it can literally affect your emotions. A 66-year-old viewer recently wrote, I thought my sadness was from aging. But once my gut healed, I felt light again mentally and physically. To experience these digestive benefits, try soaking 1–2 teaspoons of whole moringa seeds in warm water overnight. Drink the water and chew the softened seeds first thing in the morning. You may notice easier bowel movements in days and deeper gut calm in a couple of weeks. But here's a gentle warning. Ignoring gut health often leads to bigger storms later, like food sensitivities, chronic fatigue, and even autoimmune flare-ups. The gut is the gatekeeper of your immune system. When it breaks down, inflammation runs wild. And that brings us perfectly to the next chapter, how moringa helps calm the fires of chronic inflammation without the harsh side effects of pills. 4. The hidden fire, how moringa helps quiet chronic inflammation without harsh meds. If your stomach is calm and your mind feels clear, there's still one silent battle left to face: inflammation. Not the kind that comes with a cut or a fever. I'm talking about the quiet, invisible fire burning inside many aging bodies, slowly damaging joints, blood vessels, skin, even memory. Doctors call this low-grade chronic inflammation, and it's now considered one of the leading causes of age-related disease from arthritis to Alzheimer's. The problem: it often goes unnoticed until pain, stiffness, fatigue, or flare-ups appear. But here's the hopeful truth. Moringa seeds are nature's multi-tool against inflammation. They don't just block one pathway like synthetic drugs. They work gently across multiple levels, supporting your body's own ability to cool itself down. One study in the Journal of Inflammation Research found that moringa seed extract lowered levels of TNF-alpha and IL-6, two major inflammatory markers, by up to 34% in human cell models. Another clinical trial in 2021 showed improvements in joint mobility and pain after 6 weeks of daily moringa supplementation. How? Because moringa is rich in isothiocyanates, quercetin, and natural peptides that regulate immune overactivity without suppressing it. It's like turning down the volume on your body's alarm system without shutting it off completely. A 70-year-old man from Arizona told me, "I didn't realize how inflamed I was until it started easing. My knees felt less puffy, and even my hands stopped aching in the morning." And remember, inflammation doesn't just live in your joints. It can affect your liver, heart, skin, digestion, and even the way you age. It's one reason why people feel older than they are. To harness moringa's anti-inflammatory effects, take 1–2 teaspoons of moringa seed powder daily with a source of fat like olive oil, yogurt, or avocado. You don't need much, just consistency. But here's the danger: if you ignore chronic inflammation, you may end up managing symptoms instead of healing the root cause. Pain becomes routine, fatigue becomes normal, and vibrant aging slips out of reach. So before your joints speak louder than your voice, support them gently. Let moringa help you age with less pain and more grace. And speaking of aging, what if I told you the same seed that calms inflammation also supports radiant skin and slows visible aging from the inside out? Both radiant from within, how moringa nourishes your skin and slows aging naturally. After years of discomfort, inflammation, and hiding behind pain, what if your skin could become a mirror of your healing? Not just fewer wrinkles or dryness, but a true reflection of what's happening inside. Because here's the truth we rarely say aloud. Many seniors stop caring about their skin, not because they don't want to look good, but because they feel it's too late. Too late for glow, too late for softness, too late for confidence. But it's not. Your skin is your body's largest organ. It holds your warmth, your memories, your touch, and it's never too late to care for it. That's where moringa comes in, not as a cosmetic quick fix, but as an internal reset. Moringa seeds are rich in vitamin A, zinc, and a remarkable plant compound called zeatin, which stimulates collagen production and promotes healthy skin cell turnover. Think of collagen as the scaffolding that holds your skin up, and zeatin as the foreman making sure new materials keep arriving on time. A 2020 dermatological study in clinical phytotherapy showed that participants using moringa oil topically saw a 25% improvement in skin hydration and a visible reduction in fine lines within 8 weeks. Even more exciting, those who also consume moringa internally showed longer-lasting effects. That's because inflammation doesn't just age your joints, it also ages your skin. When you soothe inflammation from the inside, your skin responds on the outside. Fewer flare-ups, more even tone, natural glow. One viewer, 63, shared, "I didn't expect to look younger, but my daughter said, 'Mom, your face looks softer.' That was the best compliment I'd gotten in years." And no, moringa isn't a miracle serum, but it's a steady supporter of cellular health. It works beneath the surface quietly, consistently, beautifully. For skin support, you can do both. Apply cold-pressed moringa seed oil at night after cleansing. And take 1 or 4 TSP of ground moringa seed daily, ideally with a healthy fat for better absorption. But here's what's important. Don't give up on your skin. It's part of your story, and every cell wants to feel alive, not just survive. And since your skin is also part of your first immune defense, Let's now explore how Moringa supports your ability to fight bacteria, viruses, and inflammation without antibiotics. 6. Natural immunity. How Moringa protects you without harsh antibiotics. Your skin may be the first shield, but your immune system is the army behind it. And as we age, that army can grow tired, overworked, or even confused, mistaking your own tissues for threats or missing real invaders. That's where Moringa steps in with gentle strength. Moringa seeds contain powerful antimicrobial compounds like isothiocyanates and a unique protein known as MOCBP. They work by disrupting harmful bacteria and viruses while sparing the good bacteria that protect your gut and immune balance. In a 2022 study from the Journal of Antimicrobial Chemotherapy, Moringa seed extract was shown to inhibit dangerous strains like E. coli, Staphylococcus aureus, and even some forms of antibiotic-resistant MRSA. Unlike synthetic antibiotics that can damage your gut lining and cause imbalance, Moringa supports your system without overkill. Here's a simple way to use it. Mix 1/4 teaspoon of ground moringa seed with a little raw honey. This blend not only tastes pleasant, it creates a synergistic immune effect, boosting natural defense during flu season or when you feel run down. Many older adults find that with regular use, they experience fewer seasonal colds. 3. Better resilience after travel, and even faster recovery from minor infections. But here's what makes Moringa truly special. It doesn't overstimulate immunity. Instead, it modulates it, helping your body respond intelligently, not aggressively. And that's especially important if you're dealing with autoimmune issues, allergies, or chronic fatigue. Because when your immune system is calm and focused, your entire body feels safer, which leads us to another system that often needs gentle recalibration with age: your hormones. 7. Hormonal harmony. How Moringa supports your mood, sleep, and emotional stability. As your immune system regains its rhythm, there's one more silent orchestra that needs tuning: your hormones. Hormones affect everything: how you sleep, how you handle stress, how your body stores fat, and even how emotionally grounded you feel. After 60, both men and women face hormonal shifts. Estrogen, testosterone, and melatonin naturally decline, often leaving behind anxiety, hot flashes, poor sleep, or a sense of emotional flatness. Moringa seeds offer gentle support. They're rich in magnesium, zinc, and vitamin E nutrients essential for hormone production and balance. In a 2023 study from the Journal of Ethnopharmacology, women using Moringa seed powder daily for 90 days reported fewer mood swings, more restful sleep, greater emotional stability. And it's not just for women. Men also benefit. Zinc in Moringa supports healthy testosterone levels, which can influence energy, drive, and even bone strength. Try 2 teaspoons of Moringa seed powder in the evening, paired with a light fat like almond milk or warm herbal tea. Many find it promotes calmer sleep and a more balanced start the next day. Because when your hormones are steady, life feels steady, and when mood and sleep improve, so does everything else from memory to metabolism. Now, let's take one step further. What if this same seed could also help you restore energy, fight fatigue, and feel like yourself again? 8. Energy and strength. How Moringa helps you feel alive again after 60. When your sleep improves and your hormones stabilize, something powerful begins to return your energy, but not the jittery, caffeine-fueled kind. We're talking about deep, sustainable energy, the kind that lets you get out of bed with purpose, take walks without needing to sit down, and make it through the day with clarity instead of crashing by noon. Many older adults mistake fatigue for aging, but often it's a nutrient gap, especially in B vitamins, iron, and plant compounds that support mitochondria, your cell's power generators. That's where Moringa shines. Moringa seeds contain high levels of B1, B2, B6 iron, and rare antioxidants that protect mitochondria from damage and help them produce ATP, your body's energy currency. A 2022 study in the Journal of Functional Foods found that adults taking Moringa extract for 3 weeks had more stamina, better recovery after activity, and less fatigue. Even without exercise, many users say they feel lighter, sharper, and less sluggish, especially when taking Moringa in the morning. Try 1/4 teaspoon of Moringa seed powder 30 minutes before your most active part of the day, maybe before your morning walk or light gardening. Pair it with water, a bit of lemon, or green smoothie for better absorption. Because aging isn't about slowing down, it's about fueling up smartly. And speaking of smart fuel, let's close with how Moringa helps you support a healthy metabolism and manage weight gently, especially when everything seems to slow down after 60. 1. Metabolic reset, how Moringa supports gentle weight balance after 60. As your energy returns, you may notice something else. Your body begins to feel lighter, not just in motion, but in rhythm. That's the power of a rebalanced metabolism, and Moringa supports it in ways that feel gentle, not forced. After 60, metabolism naturally slows. Hormonal shifts, muscle loss, and chronic inflammation all make weight harder to manage even if your diet hasn't changed. Moringa helps at multiple levels. Fiber curbs cravings and improves digestion. Your chlorogenic acid helps burn fat more efficiently. And plant sterols may reduce fat accumulation in the liver and belly. In a study published in the Journal of Obesity and Metabolism, participants who took Moringa seed extract daily for 8 weeks saw reduced belly fat, lower waist circumference, and improved insulin sensitivity. The key isn't restriction, it's nourishment. Take 1/4 TSP of Moringa seed powder 20 minutes before meals with a full glass of water. This not only supports metabolism, but also gently increases satiety so you eat with awareness, not habit. Because managing weight after 60 isn't about numbers, it's about freedom. Moving easier, sleeping better, feeling more like yourself, and when your body is balanced, you're finally ready for the most important part: sustaining these results and aging with grace, not fear. 10. What to expect. How fast will you feel the benefits? Moringa isn't a magic pill, but it is a consistent partner. So, how long does it take to feel something real? Here's what research and real users show: digestion and bloating, 3 to 5 days. Energy and focus, 7-14 days. Blood sugar balance, 3 to 4 weeks. Skin and joint inflammation, 4 to 6 weeks. Hormone and weight shifts, 8 to 12 weeks. These aren't instant changes, but they're lasting ones. The more consistently you use Moringa 1/4 your 1/2 TSP daily, the more your body remembers what healthy feels like. Stay with it. Stay gentle. Healing builds, not explodes. 11. How to use Moringa safely. Less is more. Moringa is powerful, but more isn't better. Start small, 1/4 teaspoon day, up to 1/2 teaspoon after 2 weeks. Take with food or fat olive oil, yogurt. Avoid taking on an empty stomach. Do not use if pregnant or breastfeeding. On blood thinners or thyroid meds without doctors, okay? Always choose organic, cold-pressed sources. Heat destroys its benefits. If it smells old, toss it. Quality matters. 12. Finally, your body still remembers how to heal. You've made it to the end, but really, this is just the beginning. Moringa isn't about fixing what's broken. It's about reminding your body how strong, how wise, and how balanced it still can be. After 60, healing looks different. It's quieter, deeper, more patient, but it still happens. If you start small, stay curious, and listen inward, your health can shift. Not perfectly, but powerfully. If this video helped, please consider subscribing or leaving a comment. Your story might inspire someone else who needs this exact message today. Thank you for watching. Be gentle with yourself. You are not too late.